Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Yakai, and today I'm going to introduce a strong jungle comp team, which I had some success in the last few days, which consists of Shadow Quagsire with Water Gun as a fast move in lead, Fur as a safe swap, and Clodsire in the back as a closer. Now, specifically in this matter, I do think that Water Gun is substantially better than Mudshot as a fast move, just because it provides a lot more fast move pressure. It allows you to force shield from the opponents more easily, which allows Clodsire to have more sweeping potential in the back. So without further ado, let's hop to the battle and see this team in action. First game Shadow Quagsire into Shadow Gyarados. Now because we are doing resisted water fast move pressure while they are doing neutral Dragon Breath, so this is a bad matchup in general. We'll swap into first. The Aqua Tail will be is so hurtful there, so I'll put out shield. It come into Shadow Abomasnow afterwards. Now because they are squishy in general, so we can get back a shield with our second swift. Now looking on our health, looks like we can get to the first swift exactly, so they throw their second weather ball right on CMP to stop me from getting the first swift, and we'll come back in with Quagsire to get a farm down. And now we throw the Octail against the Gyarados. While this is resisted because how squishy Gyarados is, they still do a ton, and we are able to get a full water gun down. And all the thing left in the back is Shadow Hippowdon. We should be able to take the game with two Octails. This Octail will knock out their Hippowdon, and that's a good game. GG's. Next game, Shadow Quagsire into Forretress. Now, because they are using bug bite, there is more shield. When more shield are used, this will be better for Forretress. But with that said, we can still no shield this because they are knowing they are not going to kill us just yet. We can still get to our second Aquatail. This will put Forretress deep in the red. But unfortunately, because we are debuff, we will get out damaged by their bug bite. We'll get farm down first, and after that we'll come in with either rock him and get the full sucker punch down. Out comes Octoria, because we are debuff, so I saved it and then the NG on first and come in with Clodsire here to reset my debuff. They responded with first. This is still looking okay as we have a shield advantage here. Now I expect them to throw on CMP here, so that's why I keep off farming. I will put up the shield to preserve some health here. And after that, I'll throw my second Stone Edge to nearly take out the first. They don't want to get farmed by my Eclosia, so they come back in with the Autoria. They use the last shield on our Stone Edge. Now, unfortunately, the Stone Edge is where we needed to knock out this Autoria in order to put it into Sucker Punches and with range. So we'll use our last shield to get off this Stone Edge and then swap into the third immediately to throw this sweep. We can still eat a Sky Attack here and get a few more Sucker Punches. Now, unfortunately, while we do get a farm down on this Autoria, we'll get Sucker Punch down by third, just losing this game barely. GG's to my opponents. Hop into the next game. Quagsire against Shadow Abomasnow. Now, of course, this is a pretty bad matchup in general because our Water Gun is resisted. So again, I will swap into third as a slave switch. They chip us down with a Weather Ball and then come into the Universe Stunfisk now. Now, because third is bulky in general, so I think while I have already taken a Weather Ball, I can still take a Mud Bomb here and get off the second Trailblaze. This will either knock out this Yuffis and or get a shield here. We do get a shield here. Now we'll try to eat two Mud Bombs here and get a full water gun down against this Yuffis. Hopefully, this energy will allow us to overcome the Shadow Abomasnow as in the lead. We build up to a Stone Edge and bait with Aqua Tail here. We do get the last shield, and out comes Clodsire. While this is not a good matchup for a Clodsire on paper, but we are 2 shield up now, so we can safely shield up this 2 weather and farm up more energy and go for the weather and go for the Stone Edge here to take the knockout. And what's in the back? All that's left in the back is Shadow Charizard, which will get, of course, one shot by Stone Edge. The opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match. Jeez. Next game, Quagsire into Cradily. Now maybe this is bad on paper because you're thinking is this a water type versus a grass type. But because Cradily is rock subtyping, our water gun is actually doing in some pretty decent resisted neutral damage, I mean here, while they are doing resisted acid damage, so as long as shield is still in play, this is totally fine for Quagsire. We shielded a Rock Tomb and then take the knockdown with 2 Aqua Tails, and out comes Corviknight. We don't want to throw our energy while we are debuff, so I say swap into Furret to reset the debuff. On typing, this is so bad for Furret because all of our charge move is resisted by Corviknight. But the Sucker Punches plus 2 Swift actually put the Corviknight into a manageable range for us to deal with. Now, because they store a lot of energy, it's so outcoming Clodsire there to absorb them. They save their energy and out comes Shadow Talonflame just to get completely stressful by the water gun from our Shadow Quagsire. When shielded a flame charge here with our last shield and go for full farm down. And opponents knows there's no way either low health Corviknight can overcome a Quagsire plus a full health Clodsire and concedes the match. Next game, Quagsire against Shadow Charizard. This get a lot better with the a water gun fast move because this give the Charizard less potential to make this uncomfortable for us by baiting. We'll just farm down it when shields are in play, and unlike Mudshot, they can like dance around that. They come in with Dunsparce, we chip it down with an Alcatel, and out comes we tank 2 drill runs and throw a Trailblaze and get a farm down here. We live close to a Swift. Because this is a boosted Swift, Charizard will have to shield if they want to preserve that. This shield once and farm down here, and while our fire on water is resisted, Blast Burn will still hurt with Charizard crazy attack, so I'll use a shield here to respect it. And out comes a Abomasnow. Unlike last few games, we have 2 shield advantage. Now we are actually on even shield, plus we are down on NG, so this is actually pretty bad. We have to no shield this, and then hope that our Quagsire can get to a Stone Edge to KO to knock out the Abomasnow and get to another Aquatail to knock out the Charizard in back. But with how much energy we had, I just don't think we have enough energy. We have to throw here because they will get to their another weather ball or in one more power snow. And the Charizard is also 1 Ember away from the Egg Cutter. This will take the knockout. GG's to my opponents. Abomasnow definitely a really scary mon in the back. Now facing Call Him Crazy, the first legend player in the season. Out comes Shadow Piloswine in the lead. This is again a much better of a matchup with Water Gun. They throw an Avalanche, actually interesting moveset against our Quagsire, take a shield and then come in with their Water Gun Lantern. We do have a really good respawn with it, which is third. I will shield one here just to preserve some health. And then I do think they want to preserve this Lantern, so I'll go to Swift bait here. They catch our next wave with Piloswine. I undercharge this a bit and get the reverse Sucker Punch down. And we'll probably see their last mon here. Out comes Yuffie in the back. I farm back up to the Swift, save it for or the Lantern later, and I come back in, and then I come back in with Water and Quagsire. I know that as long as I take out the Yuffie, my I first should be able to knock out the Lantern in the back, so I just throw two Aqua Tails there directly to knock out Stunfisk. And this Swift should knock out the Lantern, and we are able to take this game. GG's. Next one, Shadow Quagsire against Shadow Scizor. This is a pretty good matchup when Shield is still in play, but the opponents are actually on free cutter. So this will be a little tricky because they are doing neutral fast move pressure and they are also generating a higher NG. They just let their Caesar fully gone after taking one shield and come in with their Shadow Gyarados here. I don't want it to get so much energy on so much farm on our Quagsire, so I swap into Frit, and out comes their own Shadow Water Gun Quagsire in the back. And while they're shooting in the first bait, they decided to call the bait here, which is so bad for us. And then after that, they immediately come back in with their Shadow Gyarados. This is looking so tough for us. Just because they will probably get a full farm down here against us. Yeah, exactly. And they live with like I think basically a 100 NG. And while we still have a full health Quagsire, these two Aqua Tails will quickly put us deep into the red. And after that, they will come in Quagsire here, and then they get a Germ Breath down on our first and comes out with an up tilt to take the knockout here. Well played by ID opponents. And now another Cradily in the lead. Again, acid and fast move, so as I said, this is not bad at all for Quagsire with Water Gun. Again, we will show here to respect the Grass Knot. Now this time they actually do full send of Grass Knots. I'll throw right before their second move. Your opponent will give out a shield here. And this is actually CMP. We shield again just to preserve this. And out comes Shadow Charizard. Interesting. They are probably so weak to our Quagsire in the back now. And I'll farm up on our Quagsire and use Third as a damage sponge to catch a Blast Burn here. Now they are close to another Blast Burn, so I'll use my Crosshair again as a damage sponge here. Just to hit this Blast Burn and get a farm down on it. And all that's left in the back is Shadow Talonflame. Now we see why they don't wanna why they can't aim in Charizard into our Quagsire earlier. They tried to catch the Stone Edge on Cradily, but we do see it coming. We get a reverse farm down with Quagsire, and 2 Aquatel will take the knocks out here after taking the last shield. GG's to my opponent. Shadow Quagsire just completely strapped with their team. And I think out comes last game of today. Quagsire in his Spite Ops. This is a neutral matchup, but when more shields are in play, this will be better and better for the Spite Ops. I'll chip it down with an Octel here, and then come in with third afterwards. I'll throw a Swift on CMP here. Opponents use a shield to preserve it, and throw their lunch here, and then they probably going to swap out. Yeah, they swap into Cradily here. Now, because we are debuffed, these Trailblades normally don't hurt much. They hit even lesser now. We farm up to 4 Sucker Punches, and right before our sweep, We managed to catch a Rock Tomb on our Clossar, taking advantage of the is aligned switch clock there. Opponent throws two Grass Knot here to put our Clossar deep into the red, and after that they are going to make a really nice catch back into the Spidops. With that said, because they are low, we can undercharge this Earthquake and get the full farm down here. And all in the back is Shadow Charizard. They tried to call me go for the Earthquake there and just no shield. And unfortunately, I do see that coming. I throw a Stone Edge. A whole Charizard gone after that Stone Edge, and we are able to water gun down on the low half Cradily and take that game. GG's. Yeah, so that's all the battle today. I do think in that Quagsire is like basically one of the best mon in the Jungle Cup this rotation. And because how strong on and how flexible it is, I do think in that this team is can be played really if flexible. You can and decide to take switch or either or take and try to set up some sort of advantage for all the Quagsire by using first aid swap or try to set up showdown for Clossar to shine it back. There's a bunch of way to play out this line. So I do think this is a pretty flexible and strong team for Jungle Cup in general. So if you still don't find out a team for the Jungle Cup this week, feel free to give this team a try. And I think this is the end of the video. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.